Okay, check. All right, y'all. We are draped up, dripped out, single, and ready to mingle. Let's get it. I'm about to pull up the stream real quick. We are draped up, dripped out, single, and ready to mingle. Let's get it. Alright, so shout out to my lovely graphic design assistant, my beautiful girlfriend. Just astonished by her beauty at all times and in all ways. And she helped me out with this new cover art for the frosting. So this is a new series, and basically we're coming in. Y'all know about Cayso Cookups. If you don't, you gotta get familiar. But for those of you who do, Cayso Cookups is where we cook up beats. And the thing is, a lot of times we don't finish them completely because I guess I'm just not, got that at that God tier yet. So after about an hour, I'll usually wrap up the stream and we kind of just chill with what it is. The beats might be in a pretty good format, but maybe there's some extra sauce we could put on to take them to that next level of people really enjoying them, or being really vibey or wavy, or we can maybe some engineering stuff, some arrangement stuff. For me, I know people say like you make your best beats in like 20 minutes or something, but I think that could be true for the initial idea, but I don't know, for me, like the extra polish and everything, it's never, as long as you're not overdoing stuff and you're coming in with a fresh mind, revisit something that you made before, you got nothing to lose, and a lot of times you're gonna put that extra sauce on it, so yeah, the vibes. I'm gonna go ahead and pop in here. By the way, there is a contest going on this week, running until Sunday, March 5th, which is in about 5 days. I don't know. I'm not good at math. And then basically at the end of the week, I'm going to take any time that somebody popped in the live chat. So if you're in the stream and if you say something in the chat, you get an entry into the competition. Also, if you leave a comment on the live stream after it's been posted, then you get another entry. So whoever wins at the end, whoever has all the different entries, we're going to put them in a hat, draw it out, and whoever is the winner, you get to make a song with me, and we will put it up on the channel. So if you're a beat maker, you can pick one of your beats, or we'll find a beat together that I think would work well, and we'll fine tune it at all if necessary. I'll help with the mixing and mastering. And I'm locked in for 2 verses and a hook. So, and maybe some shit talking. So yeah. So as usual, y'all know the vibes. It's even though it is 1 in the afternoon, I got the coffee on deck. But I'm basically like Latino or something, because like they be drinking coffee like all the time.
You're huh?
So I'm basically Latino.
No, you're not.
Because
So what makes you Latino?
if I do one thing that is like loosely related to their culture, then.
No.
But I have Mexican friends.
Okay, I have white friends. Am I white now?
I'm not really gonna answer that because I don't know if
Well, next time a cop runs up on me, I'm gonna be like, I have white friends.
I have white friends. You should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing.
You should.
That's what George Floyd said.
I was gonna recommend. Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. Let me
Yeah.
just.
Yeah. I want to just.
I'm just
Yeah. Move on.
gonna move on.
Cayso, what race are you?
All right. I'm not Latino.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought.
All right. Fine. I'm not Latino. Make everything about race all of a sudden. Look, I know the only race I'm in is the race of life, and I'm winning. I'm at the front of the pack.
Front of what pack?
The pack of wolves
Okay.
that are chasing everyone. Anyways, in all seriousness, that was kind of a joke. So obviously, all respect to all different cultures and so forth. That sounds like some white people shit, but I'm actually. No, like white people shit, like says something offensive and then just goes, no, but seriously, I love everyone. So it's cool, right? Because I said that. All right. Yeah, it's a little iffy. It's like, how much can you joke around before you're actually racist?
None at all.
Yeah. All right. I see we got 2 people in the chat. Welcome to the frosting. We're gonna be putting a little extra sauce onto beats that I have made recently. So basically, I'm gonna go back in, pick one of these cook-up tracks from my Cayso Cookups live streams. Also, if you comment in the live chat or you comment on the video after the video's been posted, you will get an entry into competition. It ends on Sunday, and the winner gets to make a song with me and have their info and everything published on my channel. So obviously nobody cares because now there's only one person in the chat. So whoever that second person is that I was just trying to give that information to did not need it because now they're not here. So yeah, like everything's super vibey right now. I think it's the main idea of that. And I don't want to keep the people waiting. I know a lot of people are waiting on these streams. So let's get in here. Let's check out Cayso Cookups. All right, so 221. That's from about a week ago. We're gonna open it up. Bop bop. Okay. What are we looking at here? We're looking at 8 minutes. Okay, we're 8 minutes in on this stream. I like the idea for the channel. Thank you, bro. Thanks for popping in. Dion, what's up, man? Oh gosh, why does it say message retracted? Well, anyways, I saw it. Cool. So thank you for the support, and we're gonna go ahead and get in here and run this beat, see what it sounds like, and then see what we can do with it to put the frosting on. Just checking the volume levels here. Okay. Let me check my volume levels. Okay. I'm gonna need to tweak the volume levels here a little bit on these tracks. It's peaking in Ableton, so I'm gonna actually bring it down, which is gonna be pretty quiet for y'all, but I will fix that in a second. I think what's happening is that the kick is like super loud, but let's see. Alright, so we're about -5 in Ableton, which is pretty good. And okay, that's pretty loud for y'all now too. Cool. Alright, so honestly, like, for me, as part of the reason I'm doing this series is because it's not always obvious what you should do with something. Like, pulling this up, it's like there's nothing necessarily jumping out at me immediately as like I need to change that. It's like decently balanced. The kick might be a little loud. So what I might do is just more of a quick arrangement to try and come up with sort of an intro, hook, verse kind of structure, and go from there. But I'm just gonna keep running it back a little bit. Okay, bet. Dion says the reverb's too wet on the toms. Okay, we can pull that back. So it looks like that's in here, and I think I actually yeah, that's actually embedded in the sound, so I'm gonna have to do some EQ work most likely to clean that up. I think I just intended it to be more of an atmosphere, but I kind of agree, it's a little much. Kick definitely pops more if I do that. I can probably take some lows out. Let's see. Yeah, let's just... it's more of an effect now. Yeah, the toms are just like, I think it was just maybe something I did in the original beat, but I'm really feeling like cleaning this up, just having it be more of a atmospheric thing. I might mess with the EQ on the kick a little bit, actually. And also on this sound. Yeah, so oh, you know what? Give me 1 second, y'all. I need to put something in the. I need to pin a comment about the contest. Alright. Let me pin that comment. Okay. Okay. So we got the comment pinned. Hey, we got 4 people in here. That's the most. I think that's my top peak concurrent viewers, as they call it, for having the people on here. You know, however many people are watching at one time. Y'all gotta hang out in here so we can get it to 5, and then that'll be a new milestone. Alright, so this is very like, I don't know, man. I feel bad because I feel I'm supposed to be doing something crazy because I'm on stream, but sometimes I just listen to a beat for a while. It takes time for me to, like, if I'm cooking up from scratch, I can just do shit, but this isn't bad, like, as it is. So I think what I'm gonna do is just duplicate it and run. I'm just imagine this is like the whole beat. So this little part right here, this will be like kind of the hook. That would be kind of like the hook, and then I would basically fade it out at this point. That's kind of a simple thing that I'll do if I don't know how to finish a beat and it sounds okay. I might just duplicate it. I'm gonna run this through. If I don't get any good ideas, then I'm just gonna go through how I would normally go through basically mastering this to get the volume and the EQ kind of balanced to a point that I would want to post it on YouTube or post it on my beat store. So I just run it from the front to the back, and I'm just gonna see if I get any ideas. If I do, I'll go ahead and do them. If not, we'll go into messing with some mastering stuff. Okay. I'm just checking the levels real quick in here. Okay. I mean, I think the kick... okay. I think the kick is pretty loud. Let's experiment with the volume of the kick. That's almost 10 dBs lower, but I think that might be more like where it needs to be. Which then allows me to turn everything else up more. I always do that. I make my kicks like super loud on accident. Why am I in OBS? That is better. I think this is better now that I turned the volume of the kick down. I mean, one thing is I did not add any 808s on this, so that's something most people are gonna want, is some kind of bass. So let's add that in. Let's just see. Let's just run this loop and see. Wow, that's very loud. That'll work. Actually, I kind of like that one. Okay. Ooh. Okay. That's not bad, actually. So, to answer the question of do I know what key this is in, no, I don't. So, since I already exported all of this stuff to audio and made no indication to myself of what key it was in, we're gonna go ahead and get a piano out and try to figure out what key this is in. Good Lord and Jesus. Okay. A flat major. All right. If you want me to go over how I did that, just say something in chat. Otherwise, yeah, I'll just keep going. Yeah, you got it. Cool. A flat major. Awesome. All right, and okay. What I'll probably do is save as on this, and then just make it into. I'll say into the file name. I'll just add A flat, M, and then I'm also just gonna put V2 because I'm tweaking it, and I'll save. So that's something I kind of started doing recently, just to have different versions of my projects I can go back to. I think Ableton does automatically do like autosaves, but this way I know when I'm making those distinctions, and I can quickly find it. So if I wanted to go back and pull up the original version of this before I made the changes, I just would go to the original rather than the version 2. I don't know why I'm explaining how saving files works, but hey, here we go. That's A flat. Yeah. Is that? I wonder what this sounds like. Normally I wouldn't go this high up for a bass, but I don't hate. I think it's just because there's so much space in this beat. I don't hate that. I don't want it to be held out as much. Yeah, we're gonna go shorter. 3 spaces. Not even on that. I think shorter. Yeah. Maybe like halfway. Let's see, like maybe halfway through the 16. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, like, yeah. I was like, what the? That was my piano. Yeah, so this is already better, I think. I don't know why that didn't jump out to me right when I heard the beat. Like, there's no bass. Because, like, when I first opened this project up, I was like, I don't know how we can improve it. There's only a kick and, like, percussion with no bass, but I don't know what's missing. But for whatever reason, that was my reaction upon first opening this project. So I'm just copying and pasting the bass, and let's run it from this top. Check my time. 28 minutes. Okay. Only took me a half hour to figure out there was no bass in this. Hey. Okay. And you know what else? You know what else we about to do? Man, I was like, so I like impacts and stuff at the start of stuff on the one, you know? But I was last year, I was noticing and getting some feedback on stuff, and I was noticing that a lot of times people don't put cymbals on the one these days, and they don't put impacts, but I'm just at a point where it's like, man, I like that stuff, so I have an idea for some kind of thing that has a delay on it and goes blah 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 blah. So it's like, there's something I used to do with a rim shot. I don't remember how I used to do it. I think I would get a rim shot and put reverb and delay on it. No, it wasn't a rim shot. It was a it was a cowbell. It was like an 808 cowbell. Yeah. So it was like, I'll do this and then load this in, and we'll make here, you put one cowbell. Yeah. Okay, maybe find a good pitch. Okay. And then what I would do is basically I would come in here and grab a delay. Ba, 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 ba. Something like that. Maybe try a ping pong. Yeah, that's kind of cool. And then I would put some reverb as well. Yeah, so now we're like at a music festival or something, bro. Like, and then I'm just gonna actually freeze this because I just don't like when I'm playing the song and freeze and flatten. I don't like when I'm playing the song and you stop it and the delay just goes on for another 5 seconds because, you know, it hasn't been printed to the audio. Now if I stop, everything stops, which I like better. Okay. Yeah. Hey. Rolls Royce on the pivot with a cold choice, and the pole voice when the task I was no choice. They were so poised, she was in the Rolls Royce, pulling back the sands when the tires on the noise. She was pulling tracks out when it comes to when I pull my tracks out. What it says, cause we take it to the max now. I was out here cheeking, but they got me on the bad town. That's a bad town. We was on the cabin dogs. Evans on the ship and company that's on the never dogs. We was on Kevin on the name. Cause they roll back tags on another say. Oh that. Gonna sell shattered bones on the fold that. Parties on the cast when the rolls at. B-ball tag from the clothes at. When it knows that. Hoes at. And they ask where the hoes at. We was feeling on the back with a roll pad. And they said roll that. Go and roll that. Man, okay, it's kind of vibey. I think it's kind of vibey. I think someone could start to like create a song to this, but y'all let me know in the chat. Like, do you have any other ideas? Because I do feel like it could do for some extra spice. But the bass helped a lot. I think the bass that I added really made it sound less empty. But it doesn't sound empty anymore. But it does sound like, you know, you could put a little ear candy here and there. So I don't know, like, if y'all are thinking, if y'all are in agreement with that, or what y'all are thinking. So yeah, I mean, it could use a little ear candy here or there, but this is to a point for me where like I don't think like it's maybe the craziest like it could possibly be, but it's pretty solid, and like I could go ahead and put like a mix and a master, like final master on it, and like export it and upload it, because I think someone could catch a vibe to it, and then if they have a vision for like adding another layer of sound at a certain part, or, you know, adding some little ear candy here and there, or even like if they're as a vocalist, if they want to do something crazy with their ad libs or like with the layers of their voice, I don't want to do too much, you know, to where like it would take away the opportunity for someone else to fill that space in a way of their choosing. So honestly, like, I'm just gonna run this and put a master on it. Y'all let me know if you got any ideas for stuff to add. I mean, one thing I could do is just little things like a sort of a reverse cymbals leading into certain parts, but I already do have a little build up sound right here. So that's okay, you know, like I feel like this, it's not the most affected beat. Like there's some more stuff you could do, but like it's solid for the vibe that it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the master if y'all that's cool with y'all. So what I would do, and this is good, honestly, like this is just the frosting, right? Like this is the beat was already like pretty good. So we took it from, at first all we had was this right here. There was no bass. The toms were too loud. So I filtered out almost the entire toms up to 1K, right? So now that's just kind of like a little fizzy sound. I took a little bit out of the kick down here, which made it kind of tighter sounding. Brought it down by 10 dB, right? Then we were vibing. I figured out, oh, an 808 would be nice. I put the 808 about an octave higher than I normally would, just because there was so much room in the beat, and it kind of actually fits really nice and makes it bouncy because of that. And then finally I added this cowbell with a delay and a reverb on it. So and then all we did was we just took this and duplicated it so it's the exact same start here and here. I mean, I am a fan of like doing something a little bit different, but also again doing something a little bit different in the second part of the beat. But also again, it's like, because I'm not writing to the song right now myself and making it my own song, I want to leave it open to interpretation, where like maybe someone doesn't want it to change, maybe they do want it to be exactly the same, maybe they're going to do something with their vocal or something that is that thing that's different or whatever, you know. So I just like I can keep it a little more templatey, like, oh, okay, this is sort of a template you could build your song on top of. But if it was me personally, I might try to do a lot more crazy shit with like filters and stuff like that if it was my song. But for right now, I'm not really taking it to that level, and I do want it to be something that people could listen to and have their own ideas on. So that being said, let's check out the so I like to use isotope elements. I bought this isotope bundle I think like last year, or maybe it was the year before, I don't know. It was when they were having a lot of sales and stuff. It might have been, it was either Black Friday or holiday time, like last year or the year before. I got a bunch of plugins for a while. For like a few months I was getting a bunch of plugins, and then I kind of got things that filled my needs. Like I got these reverbs. At the time I was just using Ableton stock reverb. These are isotope reverbs that are really, they give me the variety I wanted. Sometimes you want a different reverb sound than the kind of metallic-y Ableton stock, right? It gets the job done, but you're a little bit limited. I got this plugin from Illmind, which is a very cool one that has just kind of some wacky sounds that you can do keys with. Tape Mellowfy, it kind of does like a RC20 style thing where it just gives character to a sound that might sound kind of basic. Mantra, this is cool. I don't really know that much about how to use it. Lander samples, I don't use those really, but that's more just like loops and stuff. Spitfire Labs, this is great. This is like my orchestral like strings and stuff. Spitfire has a lot of good stuff for that, but this is actually a free one. And before I downloaded this, I was lacking the natural sounding cinematic strings. So that gives that, if I want that texture, which is something I want sometimes. And also horns, they have horns in this, but I don't actually currently have kind of those stabby horns that you'll hear in like trap songs and stuff, like electronic trap, where it's bam bam and it's just like smash your head in kind of horns. I want those, but I don't have those currently. But I can kind of do that either by using synths, like a synthy style horn, or using labs and using a natural horn that I kind of can affect and stuff. Waves de-esser. This was a huge one for me because I was working without a de-esser, and I had even figured out this whole trick where you like, I don't even remember how it works. So I saw it online, and it was like, you have to filter. You have to make like two copies of a vocal, and then like filter one and filter the other one, and like tie a compressor to it, side chain to the vocal. It's like you basically had to like create your own de-esser from scratch every time, dialing in on this frequency that you want. And it did okay at the job, but like finally I just bought this and I was like, dude, this is so much easier. All you have to do is pick the frequency that you want, and it just automatically like ducks only that particular frequency. It's really hard to do that if you don't have an actual de-esser. So anyways, that's a good one. I like the Waves de-esser. And you can also use it on other stuff, not vocals, if you want to get creative with it. But it's pretty good. Honestly, like if I had the bread, I'd probably even cop like a couple other de-essers, just because de-essers, like, they do add a certain character to the sound and they work differently, and it's just a very delicate thing. Like you don't want to take too much out or you end up changing how the vocal sounds. So this one gets the job done, and usually this combined with EQ, maybe a narrow EQ at a certain range that I'm having trouble with, maybe will get the job done. But honestly, like in an ideal world, I would have a couple other brands of de-esser just for when this one isn't getting exactly the sound that I want. And actually, I do actually have a Fab filter. So someone gave me all these Fab filter plugins on Discord, which was super dope. And I use Saturn a lot to give texture to things that don't sound very interesting. I don't know if I used it on any of these, but I honestly might have, but then I probably went ahead and bounced it to audio after I did that. But no, I probably didn't use it on Enrich, because Enrich already sounds pretty crazy. Simping. I don't know what this is. Frequency. This is just like a, I don't know, man. I gotta check out the Fab filter stuff. Like, kind of trippy. Delete that one. So, Twin? What is Twin? I know one of these is like a, this might be one that's actually a, let me know in the chat if y'all know what these are. One, Twin, I think might actually be a synthesizer. But like, I always just see these and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that is. And then I should try them out though. Like, honestly, you can get different textures from different things, and I usually just stick to what I know. But if you do take a little time to experiment, you can really widen your range of sounds that you're able to get. Oh yeah, I was gonna say the main thing on this, if you don't know about Fab Filter, is they have the, they do have a de-esser. So I haven't experimented with it a lot, but it has a very transparent sound. It's pretty good. It sounds a little different than the Waves one. And then what's the other one? Pro Q, yeah. Pro Q is super nice because, so the guy that gave me these, I think this is why he gave me this originally, because he was telling me if you click on here, you can make this into a dynamic. So you have to like, yeah, make dynamic. If you do make dynamic, basically what you have is a compressor that only affects a particular range of audio. And it's kind of like a de-esser, except you're controlling the curve of it as well. So it's like super dope, because if I want to compress my, bass or something, but I only want to do it in a certain frequency range, it's like EQ and compression combined, and like honestly it's pretty dope. I should probably start using it more again, but it can even be good for what we're about to do, which is like mastering and stuff, because it's a way to just not compress the whole sound that you're doing, but dial in a little more. Let me see. Okay, sorry, Dion. Let me see. Is that on your voice right now, the DS? No. So there's actually nothing on my voice right now. This is just me with this pop filter right here. So I got this. The guys at Guitar Center like sold me on this basically like a couple years ago. It's made out of metal and it's honestly like pretty solid, dude. Like I don't know if you were asking because hopefully it was because my voice sounds good, like not peaking on the S's and not sibilants and stuff. Um but no, I don't actually have anything on my vocal. I don't I haven't currently figured out a way to put anything on my vocal. I know this has something to do with my audio box, but I don't know of any way to actually apply effects to it. So Focusrite, that's something else. Um Bro, my back hurts right now. Like I swear, bro. I like sitting on my computer and doing shit, but like it starts to just be annoying after a while. Okay. So yeah, anyways, there's nothing on my vocal. I would like to figure out a way to like at least compress my vocal, but no, all I've got is that, and then I do have the low cut turned on the microphone, so I've got the 0 dB low cut, so the mic automatically and then I'll turn the -10, which I think is actually more drastic, so now there should be even less bass in my voice. And then I think if I make it flat, wait, yeah, so now I think there should be more bass, and this is just the little levers that are actually on the microphone. And then now I'm gonna put it back to how it was originally, which is just a 0 dB cut low pass. I don't remember exactly how it works. It was in the manual of the mic, but it's like something like it just cuts out some of the lows of your voice. And normally, like, I don't like to do that because I was just like, no, I want all the frequency that I can possibly capture, and I'll affect it later on. But I think I just ended up messing with it and like deciding that it just made sense because it's cutting off below like 20 hertz or 30 hertz or something like that. So not really stuff you want to pick up. Yo, T-Dot, what's good? I could run my voice through Ableton when I record. Well, the thing is though, is that this on my stream, it goes straight into like this input is coming straight from the mic, so it's set to be I don't know how to show you that. It's set to be properties, I think. Yeah, so it's set directly to line audio box, which is my audio interface. So the signal's coming directly from the audio interface into OBS, and I thought about that, what you said, but I haven't been able to figure out a way to run well, let me see. Okay, I think I see what you're saying. Let me see. The only thing about that would be then that my voice and the beat would be on the same audio source, but let me try that out real quick. I think what you're saying is like I could mute this mic, but I could sort of arm it to record in here, which would pick up into Ableton. Is that, no, that's not putting me into my audio output now. Check. I can see it's picking up down here, but it is not coming, even though it says it's going out through the master, it's not showing up in the audio capture right here that has the beat and stuff. So yeah, I don't know how to do that right now. If you do, or like, yeah, and I can have effects on my voice, right. But I don't know. Do you think there's something else I need to do? I mean, I clicked arm to record right here, which I'm thinking that should make it come through the output. Like I can see the signal right here, but maybe if I set it to in? Okay, am I coming through? No, that's not. Auto off? No, now it's not showing up at all. So that's the only problem is I don't know how to get it external out. Oh. That actually did it. What? Are you leaving? Oh no. That actually did it. The only problem. Oh, it's probably really loud now, and there's a delay. So if I turn that mic down. So okay, the only problem with this is that when I talk, I'm hearing the delay back in my headphones. It's not on the same time, which is confusing as hell. Because it's like, I don't know if you've ever tried to talk while you're hearing a millisecond delay of your own voice. It's just disorienting. But you're right in the fact that I could come in here. I could start compressing. Yeah. And now we're compressing me. And we have effects on my vocal. And I can clean up the lows. And we can sound a little bit different. And I can blend better with the beat possibly, which would be kind of vibey. So I don't know, how is this for y'all? Is it weird? Because I bet my voice doesn't match up with I bet my voice does not match up with the visual anymore. So is this weird, or does it sound okay for y'all, or how is it for y'all? Just let me know. I'm gonna cut off the highs a little bit, dip in the 10K. The 10K range. Honestly, kind of cool. Latency is a big oof. You might have to set it up before you start recording. Change the buffer settings. Yeah, so if I go in the preferences, I actually have it set to the compensation right here to be the same as the input latency, which when I record, it makes it so that the audio's on time once I've recorded it, but it doesn't make it on time in the moment. I might have to do some more research on this, but that is cool that I've kind of figured out a way to do it. And then so if I was playing the beat, it's just gonna be like this. And now, yeah, my audio is going at the same time. I can pull my voice down a little bit and really control where I'm at. I mean, this is kind of cool. You know what else I can do? And this will be really nice. Yeah, I can come in with a gate and make it so that y'all can only hear when I'm actually talking. That part's kind of dope because I know that there's a lot of room noise coming from my microphone. Turn down the buffer samples. Okay, let me see. Turn it down. Okay. So, oh, it's already at 256, which is the lowest it can go. Oh, maybe talking about the output. Okay, that was a little too much probably. That's too much. If I go way up, it's like a delay. If I come down, it gets a little better, I think. And then at a certain point, it all just goes to shit, which is like right here, 1104. So this is like a little better. The delay is not so much, but I bet it still doesn't look like it matches up with my voice. All right, bro. Catch you later. Thanks for pulling up. I'm gonna enter you into the contest. All right, y'all. I'm gonna have to keep experimenting with that. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to what I had before, which is my mic being separate. All right, so switching that back. And okay, so now, yeah, now I'm back in with the original mic right here, and it looks like I'm a little quieter than I was. I'm not sure why that would be. Uh, Possibly I turned it down, but anyways, let's mess around with this master. All right. I don't know why I got so much quieter. Let me turn. Okay, the mic aux. Let me turn this up. All right, that should be a little better, so y'all can hear me. Okay, so that's pretty good, I think. All right, so coming in here, I'm coming in with the. So thank you, Dion, for helping out with that. I definitely got closer to figuring something out. I still haven't figured out a way to have my voice in there that is not delayed. This I'm gonna reset to the original setting for now because I'm just not 100% sure about that. So I'm just gonna put it back how it was for now, and let's see. Okay, so let's work on this. I really gotta piss. Be back in 1 second. Carrot. Okay, what's good, fam? We got 3 people. One more than when I walked away from the computer, which is kind of mad, as the British folks would say. Okay, so basically, we're in here. We're gonna check out We're gonna check out the master. Okay. See what's popping. And I'm gonna go over a basic situation here. I think this has been a good stream. Most likely gonna wrap up in a second. We just hit the 1 hour mark, but I do want to go over this beat. We did some things to it, which I mentioned earlier. Tweaked some things. I won't go over all of those, but added some bass, did a couple other things, and so now we're going over what I do at the end when I really want to finish a beat so I can upload it to my beat page, etc. So we've got it here, right? And what I'm gonna do is, first I'm coming in here. I have an open audio track, right? I'm gonna delete that because I was messing with that earlier. So new audio track. I've got a folder over here, right? You can just add folders from your computer. So I have a folder over here that's got songs that I compare my songs to compare the mixes, right? So one that I like to go to is Joyner Lucas, Ramen and OJ. I just like the mix. It's balanced. You can compare a lot of songs to it. So what I'm going to do is come in here. I'm going to turn my overall volume down a little bit because it's going to be louder just because it's professionally engineered. It's a complete song. So I'm going to solo and then make sure that I turn off. I don't want that de-esser. Make sure that I turn off. Oh, what? Okay. I don't want that de-esser. So make sure that I turn this off. Even though it's not doing anything right now, I'm just going to turn it off because I don't want to do anything to this track. I want to hear this track exactly as it is. So close that. Let's hear the Joyner Lucas song exactly as it is. And yeah, let's hear it.
I drink the body.
Alright, so pretty loud. So I'm going to even turn down a little bit more.
I got a flex. You want the crime, but don't know what it takes.
So get it to a volume in your own headphones that's pretty good.
I'm with whatever, just not playing no games. I know they say I change, I cannot say the same. I bet they want me shackled, they're locked in the chains. I guess that's just what happens with bad news. So my mama, I never been fragile. I'm
So
the
now
one with the fuck with his tag.
we mute it and we play our beat. So it's much quieter, right? And honestly, let me see, how loud is that?
I hope you never say my name in vain. I'm with whatever, just not playing no games. I know they say I change, I
Make it a
cannot say
little
the same. I
louder.
bet they want me shackled, they're locked in the chains. I guess that's just what happens with bad news. So my mama, I never been fragile. I'm the wrong with the fuck with it.
That's up in the red, so that should be good for YouTube volume.
I hope you never say my name in vain. I'm with whatever, just not playing no games. I know they say I change, I cannot say the same. I bet they want me shackled, they're locked in the chains.
So what we want is my beat to be like that loud. Now it's not gonna be right now because I have like headroom in it, meaning there's dBs at the top. It's not at 0, right? It's hitting at, okay, it's hitting at -14, so I can actually bring the tracks just up. So I'm gonna bring them up by about 8. So this one's at 20, so I bring it up to 12. Okay, and then I go back here and check. Now it's peaking at -6, right? Which is about how much headroom people say you should leave before mastering. Now let's compare it to the volume of Joyner Lucas.
I hope you never say my name in vain. I'm with whatever, just not playing no games. I know.
Alright, so it's closer. Now what I'm going to do is come in here, turn the mastering on, go into this, which is like a limiter, pull the threshold down so that it starts to engage. And I'm just listening in my head for when it sounds as loud as the Lil Baby thing. So if I don't remember, I pause it, I go back, make sure the mastering is turned off, play it.
I own a company, I keep money coming in constantly. My little brody don't be having runs for cheap, trying to get it. I've been on them.
Okay, just get that in your head. Like, what does the bass sound like? What is the overall balance of the you know, frequencies sound like?
I own a company, I keep money coming in constantly. My little brody don't be having runs for cheap, trying to get it. I've been on the run for weeks. Don't think none of you niggas could come for me. Both of my kids got it honestly, I'm the real.
You know, how bright is it? Stuff like that.
I own a company, I keep money coming in constantly. My little brody don't be having runs for cheap, trying to get it. I've been on the.
And it's a good time to like really vibe with it, you know. That's why like you don't have to sit there and be like, oh, what is it? Like you want to catch the vibe, because when you're mastering yours, you want to know what the vibe was. It's a feeling thing, you know.
I own the company, I keep money coming in constantly. My little brody them be having runs for cheap, trying to get it. I've been on the run for weeks. Don't think none of you niggas could come for me. Both of my kids got it honestly. I'm the real deal, all the way on half step. Gotta do better than last year. That's my motto. Put a switch on the blick for the auto. Put them things on the plane like I'm Rollo. Proud to say that I finally changed up. Why the fuck they keep bragging my name up? Cause I'm poppin'. I can never go back to the old days. No way, back to walking the.
I think it's good if it's a song that you really fuck with, because you start to learn what it sounds like and you can really use it, you know. So now we're going back to mine. Now I've got that in my head, right? I've been listening to it for like 30 seconds a minute, so it's really kind of there, right? Now, oh, let me turn it back on. All right. You listen for when it distorts and then dial it back, you know, because you do want to get pretty much as loud as you can, but you don't want distortion. So you can pull the threshold down until you can clearly hear the distortion, and then just pull it back, and then go back and compare and just see how you're doing on volume. I think theirs is a little brighter than mine.
Catching, we rocking this world. I let everybody have their fun with me. Never had a woman say she done with me. I was working now on the company.
Okay, let's hear mine. Turn the master back on. It's really not bad, honestly. It's honestly not bad. And what I might do is dial this down a couple more like points. So now we're just trying to squeeze a little more volume, a little more compression out of it. And now let's listen to the joiner.
Catching, we rocking this world. I let everybody have their fun with me. Never had a woman say she done with me. I was working now on the company. I keep money coming in constantly. My little brody them be having runs for cheap, trying to get it. I've been on the run for weeks. Don't think none of you.
Just the thing I love about this song, there's so much space. The bass hits, the piano is clear, the vocal still sits good, and it just gives you hype, you know. And so that's why I like to compare to this one.
Catching, we rocking this world. I let everybody have their fun with me. Never had a woman say she done with me. I was working now on the company. I keep money coming in constantly. My little brody them be having runs for cheap, trying to get it. I've been on the run for weeks. Don't think none of you niggas could come for me. Both of my kids got it honestly. I'm the real deal, all the way on half step. Gotta do
just try to get in your head, like,
that's my motto. Put
really
a switch on the blick for the auto. Put them things on the plane like I'm Rollo.
All right, and then you go straight into yours. Make sure that's not soloed anymore. Turn the master and plug-in back on. A lot of times I gotta go back and forth real quick, you know, just to feel what is it that's different.
Catching, we rocking this world. I let everybody have their fun with me.
So I'm thinking what's probably lacking from mine. Oh, dude. Thank you, Sarah. By the way, you will be entered into the contest because so doing contest this week. If you comment on the live stream, comment on a video, you get entered, and at the end of the week, I'll do a drawing, and the winner gets to do a song with me, and we'll drop it on my channel. Thank you. I was trying to decide what to wear on stream today, and I was like, oh, I got that Reese's shirt. I actually saw one of your videos yesterday, and I was like, wow. I was looking at your channel, and I was like, wow. You know, I noticed. I didn't watch anything at the time, but I was like, wow. I just thought, you know, it looked like you had some progression in like the visuals of your videos, and just like I saw you had a lot of views on a lot of them, and I was just like, wow, that's pretty cool. You know, like she must really love doing this, you know, because I remember seeing your channel when it was like early on, and like you used like 10 views or less, you know, and I was like, wow, she's really posting every day. But then I like it's not that often that someone really keeps posting every day, so I think I gotta get back in there and check out your stuff. I know like at the time it sounded like you were kind of just like hitting record and just kind of freestyling stuff, which is nothing wrong with that, but that's I gotta get back in and kind of check out some more of your stuff. Thanks for popping into the stream. Yeah, no, seriously, like I used to like listen to your stuff because I just always think like I don't know, like for me, I think it's interesting to hear when people are really like putting that effort in, and like you can really see their process because they're like making a lot of stuff and they're posting a lot of stuff, and so it's just interesting. So yeah, like I think you're doing a great job, like from what I can tell, and definitely gonna go in and check out your stuff after this, and see what your new stuff is. But yeah, so I'm working on mixing this right now, and I think that my beat is a little, I think the main difference I'm hearing between the Joyner Lucas and mine is that theirs is like a little bit brighter. I'm not sure what frequency range is in that it's brighter, but I'm probably going to mess with the EQ on my mastering plugin here and to see what I can do with that. So I'm just going to listen one more time to the Joyner Lucas.
To the bottom, selling drugs that know when the cops come. Nigga jealous and wanted to rob us. I was just trying to give me some.
Just sounds pretty bright, and then mine. Let me go back to it.
To the bottom, selling drugs that know when the cops come. Nigga jealous and wanted to rob us. I was just trying to give me some.
Now that I'm listening to it again, it's like, I don't know. It actually does sound pretty good, pretty balanced. I'm going to actually put a regular compressor on and see if I can, with that, if I can get a little closer to the sound that they've got. So when you're putting a compressor on the whole master, generally, like, you don't want to, they'll tell you to do, like, you don't want to generally do too quick of an attack because it's going to make kind of a pumping noise, and it's on the whole thing. But like, I think you just have to be careful with it. Sometimes you can be more aggressive with your settings if you maybe dial back the threshold or the mix. So I'm just trying to get this a little tighter because once I listened to the my beat and the Joyner Lucas track again, I actually was like, actually mine's pretty balanced. I was like, do I need more bass? Do I need more highs? But it might just need everything to be a little more compressed and a little louder. So that's what I'm going to try and do with the compressor now. Let me listen to Joyner one more time just to get it in my head. Put these in a group so I can mute them easily.
To the bottom, selling drugs that know when the cops come. Nigga jealous and wanted to rob us. I was just trying to give me some dollars. A couple dollars, turn my pennies from hundreds to
Thank you so much,
I'm
sir.
so happy them days are behind us.
I ride by different spots, I get flashbacks. I can't get on your level, I'm past that. Watch me run that shit up, I can't go back to none. Trying to get to the top of the world. My nigga went crazy, walked on this.
Okay, now let me try this out. Okay, let me mess with the compressor now. Okay, so when I'm bringing the compressor from here to here, so that's like from 0 or from 6 to -6. I don't know what it is, but I'm just noticing like it kind of starts to sound more like the Lil Baby track. So I'm gonna play that again.
To the bottom, selling drugs that know when the cops come. Nigga jealous.
Like this track, just all the sounds sound a little bit closer together, right? Because especially in like modern music, compression is a big deal. Everything needs to be loud, so it's a big thing, and you're trying to basically achieve that without making stuff sound distorted, without making stuff sound weird or unbalanced, or the bass not hit as hard or whatever it is. So if you have a good balance already though, which it sounds like I kind of do in this beat, you can sometimes just compress and it'll glue everything together, and just then you can make everything a little bit louder, and now you've got loudness and everything is more glued together. So let me listen. I'm gonna listen to theirs one more time and then tweak the compressor again, and then decide if I think I've got it close enough, and then we'll probably wrap up if I do.
To the bottom, selling drugs and for know when the cops come. Nigga jealous, they wanted to rob us. I was just trying to give me some dollars, a couple dollars. Turn my pennies from hundreds to common. I'm so happy them days are behind us.
I run by different spots, I get flashbacks. I can't get on your level, I'm past that. Watch me run that shit up, I can't go back to none. Trying to get to the top of the world. My nigga went crazy, walked in this corner and seen someone fucking this girl. Fuck all that spinning block, that's that little boy shit we catching, we rocking this world. I let everybody have their fun with me, never had a woman say she done.
Alright, let's go back in. So I gotta be careful here because I don't want to take too much life out of the beat. If I turn the release way up, it's gonna take a long time for the compressor to come off. So it could take some bounce and some feeling out of it. So I have to be kind of careful with that. I like to go to the extremes. If you can't hear what a plugin's doing, go to the extremes until you can hear it and then dial back from there. Like, obviously we can hear that. It's super distorted. So, but now you know what's happening, right? And as I'm doing this, I'm trying to imagine in my head, like, what did the Lil Baby track sound like, right? So I'm finding that right around here, a very short release, even though this is very aggressively done, it's a very short release. So what it's going to be doing is, like, when the sounds get loud, it's going to attack very quickly, bring them down, and release very quickly. So it's just boom, boom, boom. So you don't take, it's not taking too much life out of the beat. You know, if I turn the release way up, everything's quiet, right? If I turn the release down, only the peaks of volume are quiet. Now, that is a very aggressive, like, compressor to put on a master. So now I'm probably going to mess with the dry wet. And this is what they call parallel compression. I think, like, traditional parallel compression is if you actually make a duplicate of the track and then you put full compression on one and no compression on the other, and you balance the volume of them. But you get the same thing with a dry wet knob. I'm pretty sure. If I'm wrong with that, sorry, but I'm pretty sure this is the same thing as parallel compression, which basically means you're going super heavy on the compressor. You're getting a sound that you like, but maybe you're just a little afraid to be that aggressive on the final mix, or you just want to experiment and see if you can bring some of the looseness and the feel and the lightness of your uncompressed signal in, right? Because this is very airy, very spacey. If I bring the compression all the way in, it's a lot more smashed, right? So I think I want, like, a happy medium. So we're gonna, like, mess with the dry wet. Keeping in mind how the Joyner Lucas track sounded. I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna play this again because it's been a while.
To the bottom, selling drugs and for know when the cops come. Nigga jealous, they wanted to rob us. I was just trying to give me some dollars.
Okay. So I actually think I went a little heavy. I'm gonna dial it back. That feels a little more like how theirs sounded. That'll surprise you sometimes, like when you listen to a really professionally mixed song that bumps and hits hard. When people who have been doing this for a long time, like, and in professional studios, blah blah blah, like there's a limit to how much they're gonna push something, because they kind of understand, like, at a certain point you're sacrificing feeling, vibe, or whatever. So as much as people are trying to smash and get as much volume as they can, depending on the genre of music, like if we're talking about dubstep, it's different. Like they're really gonna smash that shit like crazy, right? But if we're talking about hip hop, where like you still want to feel it and you want to hear the vocal and all that different kind of stuff, it's different, right? There's a limit to how much they're gonna push stuff. And even for dubstep, like there's a certain point at which compression is gonna take away from the sound. So let me hear a little bit.
To the bottom, selling drugs, never know when the cops come. Nigga jealous, they wanted to rob us. I was just trying to give me some dollars, a couple dollars. Turn my pennies from hundreds to common. I'm so happy them days are behind us.
I ride by different spots, I get flashbacks. I can't get on your level, I'm past that. My catching, we rocking this world.
I'm really wanting to hear the parts that have the bass.
I own the company, I keep money coming in constantly. My little brody them be having runs for cheap, trying to get it. I've been on the run for weeks. Don't think none of you.
Okay, let me go back to mine. It's pretty good. The only thing I'm noticing now is that mine sounds a little heavy in the bass. So I'm gonna come in here actually, because I kind of like what I'm getting from the compressor. I'm gonna come in here. Honestly, like someone who really does this for a living might be like, yo, that's too much compression, but I don't know. You really have to go off of like feeling and what sounds right to you, because that's all. If you don't have the experience to know, like you just have to keep experimenting, and over time you just figure it out. So I'm gonna mess around with the EQ that's in the mastering thing and see if I can fix the kind of unbalanced sound of that bass. Okay. Move this over so y'all can see it. I think that might do it. Let me run the little baby.
To the bottom, selling drugs, never know when the cops come. Nigga jealous.
Sometimes I just need to hear that first hit of the bass, and then go straight back, right?
To the bottom, selling drugs, never know when the cops come.
Yeah, so there's something a little bit different about mine. I think it's in there, so let's check.
To the bottom, selling drugs, never know when the cops come. Nigga jealous, they wanted to rob us. I was just trying to give me some dollars.
So with bass, it's like, I don't know, it's like you just have to put the time in to make sure it sounds right. And like I think I've spent a lot of time just being like, oh, that sounds good enough, but like it sounds a little off, but I just don't know how to fix it. And something that I've been trying to work on lately is like really taking the time with the bass frequencies, because if you don't know what is off about it, like just keep looking at it and keep trying, because you'll eventually find that frequency and that curve that is working, that's making it sound how you want. So
to the bottom, selling drugs, never know when the cops come. Nigga jealous, they wanted to rob us. I was just trying to give me some dollars.
You really have to find that sweet spot.
Need some dollars, a couple dollars. Turn my pennies from hundreds to common.
Okay, let's go back here. mean, sometimes it's like you know it's a bigger change than you think. And honestly, in a situation like this, what I should probably do is go back into the actual beat and edit that bass sound, which now that I think about it is not surprising, because like if you're taking 6 dBs out, you probably need to go back in and just fix that sound if you can, which I can because I made the beat. So but basically it's right here, cymatics. I didn't put any EQ or anything on this, so that kind of makes sense. But I think with that cut, the overall balance of the beat is sounding a little more like the professional track. So let's listen.
Need some dollars, a couple dollars. Turn my pennies from hundreds to common. I'm so happy them days are behind us.
I ride by different spots, I get flashbacks. I can't get on your level, I'm past that. Watch me run that shit up, I can't go back to none. Tryna get to the top of the world. My nigga went crazy, walked in this corner and seen someone fucking this girl. Fuck all that spinning block, that's that little boy shit we catchin', we rockin' this world. I let everybody have their fun with me, never had a woman say she done.
Okay. Yeah, so honestly, I think we'll stop there because that's going to be a little involved. So we'll see. Maybe for the next episode of the Frosting, we'll come back into this one and work on the bass, or maybe we'll go into a completely different cook-up, and maybe we'll just come back to this another day. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. I think, you know, the nice thing here is that through all, I might end up taking that compressor off and stuff. Sometimes you're like, you do a lot of stuff just to figure out one thing, and it's just how it is, you know. But then in the future, you don't have to go through all those steps again, right? Because you remember. So yeah, so basically this helped me realize that the bass was a little bit unbalanced in my original mix. Which is great, but overall it doesn't sound bad. Like, I think this is a beat that someone could listen to and be like, they could catch a vibe. You could sell this beat, like, whatever, you know. So but if we really want to take it to that next level where the mix is like then yeah. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Again, there's a contest this week. Winner gets to make a song with me. I will write 2 verses and a chorus. If you're an artist, you can sing or rap or whatever on the song. If you're a producer, you can make the beat. Whatever way you want to go about it. Anytime that you pull up in a live chat this week, or you comment on a live stream video from this week, you will get entered into the drawing. At the end of the week, I do the drawing, and whoever wins, we make a song, and we come up with some dope artwork. We publish it on my YouTube channel, and I shout you out, obviously. Win-win. So thank you so much, everybody. It's great to be able to share some of what I know and also get some ideas and help from y'all on certain things too. So thank you for pulling up, and I'll just let this run one more time and then we'll ride out. Is that Sarah? Are you still in here? Thank you for pulling up. Oh, and with the entries, by the way, just to clarify in case anyone's wondering, it is 1 entry per video as far as the comment section. So if you leave like 10 comments on a video, you don't get 10 entries. You just get 1 for commenting on that video. But you can get 2 possible entries per live stream. 1 for pulling up in the live chat and 1 for leaving a comment. So, all right, let's run it. back. They was talking all the way back. We was gonna be on the beats that I was on the rhythm with the keys that with the keys that the beat that we ain't telling Brody where the keys at. Dance on the class on another day. I was gonna be shaking from coming from another day. The runaway, what you doing that? They was walking on the class on the room that you ain't never sucking on the beat. And it's in that show, I'm coming for the room. Hey. And I was on the stage again. I was on the record when they picking up that weight again. I was on the beat when the heat on the road that. All right. So, thank you for tuning in to the episode 1, volume 1 of the Frosting, where we focus on finishing up songs, finishing the arrangement, putting the ear candy, doing the mixing and mastering, getting the beat to a point where someone hears it and they want to create to it, they want to put vocals on it, you know. Maybe for now that's all it is. In the future we might even take some stuff where we're adding vocals, and we might even, you know, it's just the frosting, baby. It's just like the frosting, you know what I'm saying? You got a cake, you already like, you mix some cake together, you put some flavors in there, like you baked it up, you know what I'm saying? Now you put on the frosting, you know what I'm saying? So, all right, I think that's it, man. Check out, make sure you enter into the contest. Looking forward to seeing who wins and what we create.